Hidden camera captures horrific murder. The horrific homicide is captured on a hidden camera. Have you ever considered the consequences of removing the veneer of normalcy to disclose the dreadful truth that lies? Imagine a situation that disrupts the sense of security, causing the distinction between the main and the commonplace to become hazy and unsettling. What if I told you that there is footage available that was captured through a new lens and reveals a horrific crime and a terrifying truth that is concealed just beneath the surface? Prepare yourself as we investigate the concealed camera's lens, which witnessed a horrifying murder, as we venture into the depths of darkness. However, be aware that the images you will witness may linger in your mind long after the screen goes black in today's criminal investigations. Even though investigators have discovered and made public videos of a prime suspect in numerous high-profile murder cases, the cases remain unsolved. For instance, when investigators connected the DNA of a Maryland woman's accused killer to a suspect in a Los Angeles home invasion, they had doorbell footage that showed the suspect leaving the scene, which appeared to be a slam dunk. Surveillance film has become an essential component of the investigation, and video evidence frequently makes a difference in cases. 6 months have gone by with no witness to identify the guy suspected of killing Rachel Morin, a 37-year-old mother of 5 whose body was discovered on a hiking route last summer. Despite that video and extensively circulated posters about the authorities of the crime last week unveiled more sketches of the culprit 6 months after Morin was killed in the hopes that this would finally spark movement in the case. However, as things stand, Morin's murder joins several perplexing murder cases that are still unresolved, even if there is video evidence of a suspect in the vicinity of the crime site, or perhaps of the murder itself. Video and still images of the suspect in Terry Missy Bev's death on April 18, 2016 were made available to the public by Midlothian Police Department of Midlothian Police. Missy Bever Terry Missy Bever, a 45-year-old married mother of 3, was assassinated on April 18, 2016, inside the North Texas church, where she was scheduled to conduct a fitness class at 5:30 a.m. According to a police timeline, surveillance footage captured her entering the Midlothian Creekside Church parking lot at 4:16 a.m. and exiting the building at 4:20 a.m. One of her boot camp classmates discovered her body shortly before 5 a.m. Investigators have determined that the individual suspected of her murder was present for a minimum of 30 minutes before the arrival of Bever. The individual was first captured on camera at 3:50 a.m. The Midlothian police released a harrowing 2.5-minute video that contained excerpts from motion-activated camera footage captured inside the church that morning. In the nearly silent video, a person is observed pacing the church's hallways while wearing what appears to be riot gear, which includes a helmet. Their tactical vest is emblazoned with the word police in white block letters on both the front and back. They open and close numerous doors, briefly inspect the interior, and then proceed in a leisurely, almost informal manner. Occasionally, they attempt to break into locked rooms, swinging a large hammer around their side as they move down the hallways. The individual in the video is approximately 5 feet 8 inches tall, according to police estimates. They have emphasized their distinctive walk or gait, which is likely the result of an injury to their feet. Concentrate more on the right when pointing outward. The person's gender remained a mystery to investigators. However, a search warrant characterized the suspect as possessing a feminine sway. Since authorities haven't released many specifics regarding Bever's death, it's unknown if the hammer was used in the attack. Bever had multiple puncture wounds on her head and chest, which they claimed were consistent with tools the suspect was carrying throughout the building. But that was all they disclosed. The night before she was killed, Bever, who was employed by the fitness company Camp Gladiator, wrote a note to her students on Facebook. Because of the bad weather, the class, which would typically be held in the parking lot, would be held indoors. She wrote, "No excuses. You are indeed warriors." If her murder was intended, it would have indicated to her murderer the precise location and time at which she should have been killed. In the early morning hours before Bever's murder, investigators released video security footage of a sedan, possibly a Nissan Altima, carefully circling a nearby business parking lot. The suspect momentarily parks, activates, and deactivates the vehicle's lighting, and subsequently departs in her pickup truck. The authorities discovered B's handbag, iPad, and revolver. No items from the church have been removed. Investigators assert that they have discovered evidence in a single search warrant that suggests that Bever and her husband, Brandon, were experiencing financial and marital difficulties. However, they have also confirmed that Brandon was in Mississippi at the time of Bev's death on an annual fishing trip. In a recent interview, Brandon expressed his belief that his wife's murder was untargeted, which contradicts the investigators' hypothesis. Investigators have been searching for a person of interest and have not been arrested in the nearly 8 years since Bever's death. Elizabeth Barraza on January 19, 2019. Liz Barraza, a 29-year-old Houstonian woman, was fatally shot in her driveway shortly before dawn. She was preparing for a garage sale outside her home when an individual approached and fired 4 revolver shots at her. Despite footage of the gunshot from a neighbor's home security system, the assassin has not been identified. Barraza's killer's gender is unknown. Similar to the Bever case, the cameras were not close enough to capture anything more than a shadowy figure, and it was still dark. Authorities have speculated that the murderer may have been disguised with a long jacket, tall boots, and a wig. Security cameras, including Barraza's personal doorbell camera, recorded the alleged gunman traveling around the area in a dark-colored 4-door Nissan Frontier pickup truck, both before and after the shooting. The driver, according to investigators, was probably waiting for Sergio Barraza to leave for work. Following his departure, the driver kept their headlights on and parked on the street next to the Barraza residence. The gunman fled after firing the final shot, running back to the truck. However, according to the authorities, the truck came back, probably confirming Barraza's death. She passed away in the hospital the next day. Investigators claimed that before Barraza was shot 3 times at point-blank range, she said "good morning" to her assassin. In the video, she can be heard yelling as she hits the floor. Barraza was lying on her back when the gunman fired a 4th round. There is still no known reason behind the killing. He disclosed to the news outlet that Amber and he had both passed lie detector examinations. The spouse of Barraza disclosed that the couple intended to allocate the proceeds from the garage sale to an imminent vacation in Florida in celebration of their 5th wedding anniversary. Barraza frequently donned a stormtrooper costume while volunteering at local hospitals, including the one where she passed away the day after the murder. The two were avid fans of Harry Potter and Star Wars. On February 13, 1998, security cameras in Mesquite, Arizona, captured Chris Jake Moon, a 31-year-old mother of 2 Native American children, exiting the Oasis casino. Authorities claimed that she was killed by beatings. A few hours later, she is seen departing the scene with a group of individuals, one of whom is a man wearing a cowboy hat. Although he has never been located, he remains a person of interest in the investigation of her murder in the wake of Jake Moon's disappearance. Detectives were informed by a co-worker that the individual was only known by his first name and that he never arrived at work or collected his paycheck. According to Mogave County Sheriff's officials, Jake Moon's body was discovered on February 16th in a rocky desert region near the border between Arizona and Nevada. She had been struck in the head multiple times, and an autopsy determined that blunt force trauma was the cause of her death. The investigators did not find any evidence of sexual abuse, as per Jake Moon's family. According to USA Today, the incomplete investigation is a contributing factor to the ongoing unresolved status of his case. This is a representation of the widespread violence against indigenous peoples that is not reported or properly investigated, a phenomenon that the missing and murdered indigenous women movement is striving to address. Subscribe now to gain exclusive access to this chilling footage and join us as we uncover the secrets concealed within the lens. Don't miss the opportunity to explore the darkest recesses of human nature with us. That's about all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Feel free to like and share, and I'll catch you in the next one.